I'm Simone Conceição, professor at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
And I'm Les Howles, Emeritus Faculty Associate in Distance Education at the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
The focus of our book is on the learners and the design of their online learning experiences. We approach the learner's online course experience as a journey consisting of a combination of learning interactions with content, instructor, and other learners. Throughout the book, we refer to 4 core design concepts that underlie the practice of learning experience design: learner-centered design, emotional design, participatory design, and design thinking. We provide a holistic way of thinking about learners, learning, and online course design, and strategies derived from an integrated framework for designing the online learning experience. Last, we will explain how the framework can help instructors to intentionally use strategies for creating a holistic learning experience that's more personalized, engaging, and meaningful for online learners.
You probably hear the term learning experience used quite frequently in conversations. And you probably notice that it happens more when people are talking about online and blended learning situations. Well, what are people talking about when they refer to learning experiences? As Simone alluded to in our book, we have a framework for designing learning experiences. And what you're looking at right now on the right is the core to our framework. And it consists of 4 learning dimensions: the cognitive, behavioral, social, and emotional. And it is a holistic, tight integration of these 4 dimensions when you design learning experiences for the online environment using new innovative technologies. And the goal we have for this learning experience design is engagement, deep learning, and impact. So how do you approach the design of the online learning experience? Where do you focus? In our framework, we have 5 aspects. You can see them around the core, the learner core of the learning experience. And this is the course structure and interface, essentially the learning environment. Next, we have the content interactions toward the left. This is how the content is presented to learners. Then we have learning activities, which are higher level, higher order learning events that learners engage in, usually in groups. The social interaction aspect is also very important. It ties into the other aspects here too. And assessment and feedback is also one of the core 5 aspects of the online learning experience. So what I like to focus on right now, particularly in these trying times, are the moments that matter, particularly in the emotional dimension for learners. And emotions, as we see the quote by Donald Norman, they're involved in everything, our thinking, and a lot of them are subconscious. So what we want to pay attention to in our framework are those moments that matter for the learner, particularly on the emotional side, which is often neglected. So when we look at the course structure and interface, how is that learning space designed? Is it welcoming? Does the learner feel comfortable there? Is it meaningfully structured and organized? Is it personalized? Do you feel presence of people? When we look at the content interaction aspect of the framework here, we're looking at how the content is presented. Is it presented in a contextual way? Is the purpose of content made clear? Or are learners just getting a list of reading assignments? We really want to make the learning of content more compelling. Learning activities. This is where learners are challenged, and learners love to be challenged. So we want to engage and challenge learners in these tasks that they can apply their knowledge to. And the social interactions, for a learner, they can't be forced. They can't be rigged and so tightly framed. We want learners to feel that I'm engaging because I want to perform a task and I want to work with my fellow students on this. And on the assessments and feedback, on this aspect, the assessments and feedback need to be meaningful and helpful. We emphasize the growth mindset, that assessment and feedback needs to encourage the learner and activate the emotional dimension of the learning process.
In our book, we recommend the application of design thinking to create an entire online course environment, or to be used in a granular way in designing smaller scale but critical learning experiences. Design thinking can be used as a mindset, a problem-solving process, a set of principles, and a toolkit for developing innovative technology-based learning solutions. So we illustrate the use of design thinking as a process involving 5 phases: empathize with learners, define design challenges, ideate and brainstorm a variety of potential solutions, prototype ideas, and test design solutions. We view design thinking as an integral part of learning experience design. Our aim is to enable effective practice of design thinking with a narrower and somewhat unique context. We apply design thinking in an adaptive and flexible way in the context of online learning. I've used design thinking in K-12 environments, higher education contexts, and many others. So it's very useful for online learning experience design. We have dedicated our book to instructors and learning designers who had to rethink and retool existing courses for the online environment during the COVID-19 pandemic.